what does it look like to travel these days with all of, this stuff going on? So I'm now on oxygen. I have interstitial lung disease. That's hashtag ILD for those of you who don't know. And for those of you who do, I know why you found me. Because like me, you're looking for somebody out there who's talking about it, right? So I'm currently away from the house. I am at one of my favorite game conventions, Mythic Con in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is kind of like a trial run for me. My first one on oxygen, and just trying to figure out what do I need and when. So I figured, why don't I show you what I take along? Because I'm getting ready to leave the hotel room and go be part of a judging panel for a game convention, kind of like an Iron GM kind of thing. And here's what I'm taking. So first of all, you can hear this in the background, my trusty oxygen concentrator that's taking room air and concentrating it for me. So that's pretty cool. No big cans. I've got my trusty Savage Worlds bag because I love Savage Worlds. I helped make it. Yay! So into this bag, I'm going to be putting my air quality meter. As you can see, it's all green in here because my hotel room is really nice. This helps me keep track of the quality of the air. Anyways, if the CO2 level gets kind of high, which has so far been the only concern I've had here, then I'm going to put on a mask because I don't want to get a cold or COVID. Also, I'm using hand sanitizer to kind of help prevent that too. And then also going to be using this nasal cannula moisturizer. Yep, that's lotion that goes up your nose so that when your oxygen is flowing, it doesn't dry you out so bad. Otherwise, you get boogers like you live in Arizona. For all of those living in Arizona, enjoy your beautiful weather. I just like a little bit more humidity in my life. I'm a girl in the South. Also, Rescue Inhaler. Remember those asthma days? I still have those. And you wear this like everywhere. This is my pulse oximeter. This is going to keep track of what my O2 sat is at right now. And especially during the gaming, I'm going to be talking a lot. I'm going to keep the oxygen on. I don't actually need it on all the time right now. I don't need it if I'm just sitting here, but sitting here talking, being active and talking like I'm doing right now, not just at the computer, then I need my oxygen. If I'm sleeping, I don't need it. Walking, I definitely need it. That's when my O2 sat drops below 90. That's what got me assigned to this stuff. So far, my lowest O2 sat that I've measured has been 77. And that was just a dip for a little bit. It was just I went too far. I do that. Last thing that I'm going to be packing here is my recharger cord, because the battery pack will only last about 2 to 3 hours depending on the usage. And this game is going to take 4 hours. So I'm going to sit next to an outlet, plug in, game on. Speaking of gaming, I've got my dice bag because it says Crit Fail Queen. I've been the Crit Fail Queen far longer than I've ever had anything wrong going on with my lungs. If you have a crit fail, more power to you. I love them. I want to hear your stories. I think that nobody's story ends with a crit fail. This is just how you continue your story forward. And honestly, they're some of the most fun and memorable parts of the story of the game. And now I'm kind of applying that to life, right? So anyways, looking at my little Tamagotchi here, my little pulse oximeter, I'm at a 96. I've been talking the whole time. Definitely needed my O2 going, otherwise I would have been dropped out of the 90s. Now it's at 95. It's basically telling me, hey, to feed me, you need to shut up and sit still for a little while. Thank you for supporting me, for watching this far, and if you know somebody with ILD, or if you have it yourself, this is not the end of your story. This is just maybe one little pause on the way towards the rest of your story, and it might be the point where you look back and you go, well, no, that was memorable.